Yo. Oh shit. Hold up. Echo time. You're in the echo chamber. Alright, cool. Yes, sir. I have gone back in time. That's what it feels like. Turn this music down. I have gone back in time to a place where I've seen this before. What's up, y'all? This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer, the bait distributor. Let's fucking get it. But yes, right now, Bitcoin is hitting some resistance, pre-scheduled turbulence. It's always doing the opposite of what I think it's going to do. So maybe it does the opposite here. Maybe it continues beyond this well-known downtrend everyone's looking at from 73. It's the same old shit going on in Bitcoin. Here, we'll turn the prediction lines off. So right now it looks really, really good. So we're getting a lot of life in the market, which is good for people who like trading. Again, it's the Crypto Bruh channel. We focus on blockchain resources and how tokens are, one, distributed, and two, how they live in environments, right? Bitcoin lives in the reality. This shit is a actual asset. People trade Bitcoins for value, one. People trade Bitcoin for opportunity, two. People trade Bitcoin for, I mean, I can just keep going on and on because there's so many different tasks in reality that Bitcoin is a good trade for. It's just common sense. It's the year 2024. Actually, today is July 15th, 2024. It's the middle of the month. What's up, yo? I'm just giving hella suspense for like no fucking reason. It's the middle of the month. But yeah, man. Hold on, let me see. Is this using my right microphone? I didn't even double check. It is. Cool. Sick. But yeah. So Bitcoin's doing exactly what it needs to do. Right? It's rallying for the boys. But every single time it goes up, it wicks down. It's like a birthday cake of candles. These are real candles going on here, which is fine. But usually, you know, when you're breaking out, like when you're having like a strong breakout, you know, you're seeing, you know, not like the baby way up is a good one. So here, we'll see that here at 50K. Now, that's why, again, this is pre-predicted long time ago shit. And why, again, it's not surprising that Bitcoin's retracing. It's only a surprise if you're like not in the space, as in like you're on crypto every single day, right? So yeah, there are some people right now very surprised. Oh my god, I'm gonna miss out, right? But what I was saying again, I don't predict there will be any activity in crypto until we see higher gas prices or more. Or high gas for a consistent amount of time. Like gas is too low and it proves no one is here. Like no one, like it's just enthusiasts, and the enthusiasts are their own little niche market and they're throwing around all they got, you know, whatever they got. And then some people are bringing in new capital, possibly, maybe, you know, and that's why these rallies are good, because these rallies bring in new capital. But I don't think, again, we're in any sort of special time in cryptocurrency. And it's just because you can tell from the way everything is being laid out right now. Like everything is so saturated that technically I think it's doing the things it should be doing. Like you should have been buying Ethereum at 28 because you believe in it. And you should be thinking about maybe dumping it at 34 if it's not going to get above and beyond this obvious points of resistance. You know, and the same for Bitcoin. Like people that bought it down here at 53, right? Which the prediction was 52. So the fact it went all the way to fucking 53 and retraced it to where it is right now, kind of like, again, it's like if you're following your own trading pattern or your own research, you would have seen that everybody was on the same page. And that's where you want to be. You want to be ahead of the readers, because now they're all buying right here, trying to read the chart, because they're not in crypto every day. And being in crypto every day, you know, now that I have 2 emerging markets that I have to use my brain power in, I asked myself, like, yo, like, what is this idea that you can't be in crypto? Or, you know, the Joe Schmo that's only in crypto on Saturday and Sunday, you know? To me, that's like telling me, that's like disrespectful to the art of crypto, because you should be in it every day. Like, if you really about it, you're in the mix because it's valuable for you to be there, you know? Even if you're working a job, you're like providing value some way, somehow, you know? I think studying crypto is providing value, even if no one's watching you and you're not a lot, you know, if you're not having YouTube and you're just doing your thing, like, that's tight. Like, we need more people that just do that kind of stuff, because eventually the behavior will be taught, and it'll be just like a camera phone. Like, if I gave you a phone right now with no camera on it, you'd be confused on why I'm giving you a phone with no camera on it. But 20 years ago, like, no phones had cameras. You feel me? So I actually saw a meme where they were like, the 80s is just as far away from 2000 as 2000 is from today, which is 100% a fact. So yeah, I think crypto in itself too is too retro 80s, and that's fine and all, but yeah, it's cyber time, you feel me? And cyber time is not now, because there's no reason for Bitcoin to continue to rise with the amount of zero innovation going on in the space. Like, everybody's just putting out whack ass coins, you know what I mean? Like, the real competition is still in layer ones. I've been talking about that on this channel too, and if you're new, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. I see some of you guys trickle in after the video, so make sure you hit that like button if you're watching this later, and thank you for coming through. But again, there's a big 5, and that's what people look at and they buy. Everything else doesn't really matter at all. All that other shit is noise. It's all noise. This is just a layer 1 battle, and you can participate in the most epic, like, network communication innovation of mankind, bro. That's what's happening here. That's why it's so complex to the simple individual that just wants to buy a BMW and get a bad bitch and just drive around, smoke weed all day, have a job, drive around. You know what I'm saying? Playing video games, smoking weed, fuck a bitch, drive around. That's fine. That's how the world works. That's how reality works for like 80% of population. It's just fucking live life. No save the world or challenge, you know, whatever is normal of today, right? Like, if you're in crypto, and again, that's what I'm saying, if you're in crypto and you're truly in it every day, then you know that this thing is going to change reality. Like, the monetary system of today makes 0 sense, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies make 100% more common sense than regular. It's kind of wild to say, right? It's like regular monetary value that everybody has on them right now. Like, everybody has cash right now, you know, whether it's in their bank account or it's in their wallet. That is how they barter services and goods. So the fact that this market, crypto market, is going to change that daily practice, and it already has, right? Like, for me and for those that are in crypto 24/7, the moment you got sucked into the portal, nothing's been the same, right? And it's like, you can find opportunity just within this particular emerging market, and that's exactly how it should be. It's brand fucking new. It ain't got 100 years underneath it. So like, no one knows anything. Everybody's growing together, and that's why, again, I hate that like crypto has gotten super duper far away from the original concept, which is just a peer-to-peer communication network. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. The narrative that caught on was monetary system, because obviously, you know, tokenizing passwords is pretty cool, and it could be, you know, considered value if a human being likes that Bitcoin password, because there's only 21 million of those. So, you know, they can comprehend like, hey, there's only 21 million passwords and I can sell these passwords by fractions, essentially. It's fucking stupid, man. Crypto is fucking dumb. But yeah, that's why Satoshi invented it, for the peer-to-peer network that came behind it, right? Without the network, there is no Bitcoin, because you needed the network to mine, aka run a computer program for SHA-256 to get the Bitcoin to exist before everything underneath it. So like, again, this all of this shit is bullshit. It's all bullshit. But what's funny is that this technology, again, can be innovative, right? That's why emerging markets are awesome to be a part of, because everything is about innovation, brand new ideas, things you've never seen before, out of this world explanations, right? That's why I'm in fucking crypto. I don't understand why like everybody else is buying the shit below and not understanding the shit above, you know? Even though I just released my own shitcoin. Big ups to my shitcoin. It's not really a shitcoin. It's a case study. Where's it at? Oh, it's right here. Take the bait. 7 years in the making. I've been in crypto for going on 8 years. So I'm gonna say this is 7 years in the making, because the second year of me being in crypto is when I was like, damn, I would love to make something here, but I had no clue what to make. I didn't know how to take the bait. And yeah, now I understand a lot of things. And I have again, I have my own fucking thing I want to do that doesn't include you. And that's the best part about cryptocurrency, is you can tokenize an idea. And if you know the practices, it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't have the experience I have, so they can't wiggle the way that I've been able to wiggle through the space, because again, it's just, that's what it is. You got to take the bait to understand it. And that's where this meme kind of came from, is this idea that decision making is where most people fail in crypto, because it's all bullshit to begin with. The decision was to make a peer-to-peer network. That is the $63,000 Easter egg you've been looking for. All that shit you've been doing, it don't fucking matter if the network is bad. Right? The billions and trillions are going into network. They're not going into shitcoins. They're not going into AI. It's going into network communications. And Solana, unfortunately, it's an unfortunate thing that maybe your favorite coin fucking sucks, and it's not Solana, it's Ethereum, and there can only be one Ethereum clone in the top 5 right now. Just right now. Maybe there'll be another one. You know, maybe you'll push Tether out, but I mean, the way that the Ethereum Foundation protects Tether, I don't think Tether will ever leave the top 5 for a while, at least. It would need to be like a psychological revolution to be like, why the fuck do we have Tether? Like, it doesn't make any sense that we're pegging to 1. Like, why do you want to take your Bitcoin and peg to 1? Why not innovate UBI? Or like, you know, the conversation gets more expanded when we're not trying to just go back to the corrupt system of like, we can only work in solids, which is fine. But I think, you know, again, AI is going to bring forth really complex ideas, and possibly working in whole numbers is just not the future. You know, the future is complexity, is not just singular things. And that's kind of why I would say there could maybe be a revolution. But if humans and humanity just continues to get retarded and more retarded, then maybe not, right? Maybe that could be your IQ gauge. However long Tether stays up, I'm leaving these gyms behind. However long Tether stays up is a true IQ test of the crypto space. What up, Dioslan? Oh, what up, y'all? Hold up, fuck. Hey, this is the best coffee in New York City. If you ever in New York, visit this spot. I'm not gonna say the name. You have to read it. Dioshan came in and said, "Only Zen crypto. I am the first and last. The X, the E, and the N. I was there and I'm here and I will be there. No one is next to me, alone on the floor. I made a prediction a long time ago. 2 men in an alpha talk. Zen Lord." Man, you rapping right now. I hear you. I hear your raps, bro. Shout out Zen enthusiasts. What's up? What up, Dank? What up, Frosty and Zen? What up, Tree City West? Hash heads taking the bait in the building. Yeah, man, that's why, this is actually gonna be a fun ass experience, because there's a lot of case study put into another case study to continue the innovation of tokenization. I think this is a really big topic that people will not put their thumb on for the next 2 to 3 years. And if you understand what I just talked about, all right, if you've got the fucking brain power, bro, why are you sitting there doing what the fuck you're doing? Like, get into an emerging market. Like, that's the easiest thing. Like, I've seen it work now in front of my fucking eyes multiple times, and it's trippy. And like it's like for instance, like me working in like the whole cannabis thing now, like that shit is super trippy for myself, because I've never taken it as serious as I have for like the last month, and I've learned so much about just what we're doing in that realm of entertainment or enjoyment, right? Like, enjoyment in reality has a price ticket. You're not allowed to enjoy unless you can afford it. And then you can maybe find like a poor man's enjoyment, you know, like basketball. That's how I think of basketball. I'm just like, shit, like basketball is like a everybody sport because everybody can play it. Like, you can find a court in a basketball and bam, you LeBron James. But like fucking horse riding, like, you can't just horse ride, bro. You can't. That is obviously a rich person activity, sport, arena. You know, same with like tennis, right? Tennis is fucking elite. You can't just pull up and play tennis. All right. But you can fuck around and end up on an NFL team. And if you get nice enough, you can get in the NBA. It ain't that hard. It's hard to be a star. It ain't hard to get in the NBA. That's the facts, you know? And that's how I'm thinking about like this crypto shit right now. Like, this crypto world has levels to where it's headed, and you can totally see the division once you step away from the main coins. Like, if you're not hyper focused on the main coins, you start to kind of become delusional. Because you forget, like, the planet Earth is building this quantum structure around this idea to move humans from monetary fiat value into digital currencies. Like, we're already there, right? People use Apple Pay every day. People use online shopping every day. You know, in 10 years, it'd be really, really wicked to like pull out a credit card or, you know, like in the cannabis world right now, everybody's freaking out. They got to pull their card out. It's a normal thing, you know, but we're in Times Square. So I have a new case study with this idea in cannabis, because the store I'm affiliated with is located in Times Square. So if you're in Times Square, come through, get high with your boy. Or, you know, come get the right dose of cannabis, legal shit. But this is like kind of a crazy case study in itself, because you're getting random people. These people have no agenda. They're just in New York, and weed and cannabis has no agenda, bro. Like, it's just you get high and you know your tolerance, right? So like the freaky thing, in my opinion, is this idea that mass adoption or just random people walking by, like, that is always an opportunity. No one can stopping you from, you know, applying yourself, creating identity, ending up where the foot traffic is, and then becoming product market fit. Like, no one is stopping you from doing that. Now, the market might be retarded, and it might be hard to find innovation of how you can spawn a new idea that's different than everything else, right? And that is kind of where they make money. So I love that I'm at this level of understanding where we are in crypto, where crypto is headed, where we are on the planet Earth, right? Living in the mecca of consumerism, knowing where they want the consumer to be, especially again on the payment side of barter. They really want the consumer to get down to a digital level. That shit helps control so much. It's so whack, but it's like, it is what it is, you know? But yeah, like, everything is merging together and it's happening in real time. And again, I'll say, like, in the next 2 to 3 years, we will see it just blend like a smoothie, and it'll be like, yo, we couldn't even fathom, you know, or fathom all of that is happening. And people will make meme coins to express their identity, because this is the new way of making identity. This like reminds me of like MySpace, right? I made this website on GitHub. I went to like I made a post about like how many steps I had to take to make a token. Like, cause you need to make a token, right? That's like tokenizing your idea, right? You can be the idea first, or, you know, you can take pieces of yourself to make a meme coin. Like, I really like SpongeBob. I grew up on that shit. And I've always been, you know, fonded of the hooky episode, because it makes a lot of sense for the idea of being hooked to something and having peer pressure, but knowing how to, you know, be a risk taker, you know, but you also have, like, you know, the teacher, the Mr. Krabs teaching SpongeBob not to ride on the hooks while his homie tells him to ride on the hooks, right? It's just like, again, that decision making. Like, I got this idea again from this dude Jack, because Jack made Not SEC, and Not SEC was actually doing pretty good. So actually, let's look at Moonshot real quick, because that's the title of this video. I haven't talked about Zen, but you know what it is. We'll get back to it. Zen is doing what it's doing. Zen is it's doing what it's doing. You know, again, the only way to really make a solid up momentum prediction on Zen is if it can if gas finds stability above 10. Like, if we can get gas to stay like this at all times, like it's 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. and it's still 16, you know, for a few days too. We can't, like, we need a 7-day penalty. So we would need, like, you know, we would need a few days to really be confirming, like, okay, cool. Like, you know, people are going into penalty because gas is too high and the price is too low. Then you would know, like, that's the fair signal in Zen that we all can see now, right? Actually, this is a cool transition. I'm just talking right now. I'm just vibing. What it do? What's up, Serious Push Samson? Nah, so I'm just vibing right now. I'm just flowing. Every time that I fucking come on the stream, I'm just flowing. I don't give a fuck. This is just fun documentation and going live and talking about crypto and getting it out. But yeah, so Zen has everything I was talking about before, with layer ones being network tokens, and that the network is the most important aspect of what Satoshi was talking about, because the network is what people are buying, right? It's not that they're buying the Bitcoin because they like Bitcoin. It's people are buying it because they want to use the network, right? That's why Bitcoin's not going crazy right now, because no one gives a fuck to use the network, because it's obvious that everybody wants it to go down, or they would be talking about how sick it is to use the network like they did in 23. Right now, no one's talking about how sick it is. Everything is just like, you know, eyes back on how can Wall Street save crypto. So it's so completely obvious at this point that everybody knows it's going the opposite direction, and that it's built more beneficial to catch cheaper gas than, again, buy, right? That's being shown in XEN, because XEN is a fairly launched token based on that speculation at this point, right? Since it's connected to gas. And it in the fairness of this launch allowed it to actually find that value. I would almost say that there needs to be like someone who's really smart, really, really smart math dude. Please show up and come and look at this XEN shit. Because once this thing bottoms and it has like, it starts to live a life, I would say that like price of Ethereum and whatever gas medium was at that moment, that's like a molecule in the DNA of XEN that's always going to need to be studied. Because again, I think fair launch from smart contract is dead. This is why I like MOONSHOT and PUMPdotFUN. You launching a smart contract from a motherfucking scratch, bro, that shit is dead, dude. Like, that is dead, right? That's like real talk. Like, you're still on MySpace when everybody moved to Facebook, when everybody moved to Tumblr. You're on Zanga while everybody moved to Tumblr. Like, that's how internet this is. You're on Yahoo when everybody moved to Gmail, right? And that's why there's so many meme coins happening, because that's what the people rather do. The populace would rather spin up a fucking coin in 2 minutes, make all the shit they need, maybe even have a robot make everything for them. You feel me? And go and test the waters out and see if people hit their slot, because it's just too much work to release a smart contract. XEN is basically the death of the smart contract. Bro, on Solana right now, bro, there's people already burning the fucking take the bait coin. I haven't even started the idea yet, because I know I can do it, and I'm gonna do it. But I want to wait until we do the MOONSHOT thing so it has more of an impact. Right? If it goes through MOONSHOT, at least 200 million take the bait coins will be auto burned, and that's at the 500 soul mark. So there will be an auto burn of coins, and the liquidity will be burned as well. And then the coin, basically there would just be some Solana left over, and then as people sell to get the Solana, that's how the liquidity pool starts to find its balance. Right? So it's pretty awesome. That's what I'm saying. This shit is awesome for someone who just wants to release a coin, who just wants to be in crypto because they've been studying it for 8 years and said, hey, I want to do some shit, but like, I don't want it to look ghetto. Right? Like, you don't want your token release to look ghetto, or you need it to look like XEN. So this is why XEN will be successful, because it's the death of smart contracts. Smart contracts are dead, dude. 2022, like, seems like an ancient year ago, like a long ass time ago. And really, like, what smart contract has been hot ever since? If you've been a Xenian and you're in the internet, like, we get everything that comes through. Like, I've gone through mad smart contracts. I never thought that like the XEN smart contract would even fall off, and it fucking fell off. And it's like every smart contract that's coming out of that ecosystem now is just like, who gives a fuck, bro? It's like, we can't trust these smart contracts. You know what I mean? So it's pretty funny, like the impact of what people collectively want. And XEN again is the most, it has the most attention of what everybody really wants, which is a fair launched, immutable smart contract from the future. None of that foo-foo shit. Just immutable. Everybody can use it. And if it just so happens to be that a lot of people show up and it has a lot of interaction and there's a lot of tokens that are burned, it could be a hell of a ride for all those that participated at all-time lows, watching the distribution of something that will never happen again, because smart contracts are dead and users don't care about you building. Like, that's what's happening with me right now. Like, I'm slowly building this as my case study to learn, like, okay, cool, yeah, people, if you're building slow, they throw suggestions, which is pretty all right. You know, that's pretty cool. A lot of suggestions, but all the suggestions I'm getting are not suggestions good for the project. You know, they're good for people who understand, but it's not good for the project. And that's where, again, I think the line will be drawn in these meme coins, is how does someone actually take the moonshot alley-oop and merge it into, you know, the thing we don't have yet, which is, you know, a dApp factory, where you're making a smart contract, you know, and that's easy to make. Like, we don't have a smart contract factory right now. We're going through the tokenization, right? The identity part, the, like, make an avatar. Essentially, you can make an avatar right now. And I feel like, again, this is all brand new stuff, and it will get much more complex as time goes on. So now is the time to have fun, because we have the complex object. It's Zen. Zen is the most complex. People don't understand it, but when you do, you see where it's headed. Like, you see the Big Bang effect of all of this that is Zen. And that's what's cool right now too. You see, we got this post from Jack over the weekend that the first prototype of the consensus ledger is now live for XENblocks. So, if you know, again, we've been in Zen, we got blocks, we got X coins. Damn, what the heck? Take me there anyways. Oh damn, this is looking crazy. So long story short, let's shrink this down a little bit. XENblocks is now moving from a relay machine, or just it was like Jack Levin had a few servers that he spun up, and they were running the consensus as everything falls into place. So now that we have the computer, we have the education, right? Like, people have learned the curve. So now it's easy to deploy new pieces of the technology. And that's why Zen is so far ahead of a lot of projects. There is a group of very intelligent crypto enthusiasts pushing together to get X1 not only off the ground, but into reality. So this is awesome to just, again, see, even though I'm trying to do my own thing, you know, like, it's like, I come from the X world, you know, and this is what taught me how to release a coin and have Zen-like patience on the delivery of it, and how that patience actually is what builds community. I would say patience builds community more than green candles, and patience is all the way down. But I would also say, though, like, in my case study, I don't want to have a 2-year patient period. That's fucking stupid. This is old school. I analyzed this a long time ago here, where I said, oh, maybe we wouldn't pump until the end of 24, because we would need a full 2-year cycle before we could actually say year 1 look like this, year 2 look like this, or year 0 look like this, year 1 look like this, year 2 could potentially model these years. And we have the worst data. Right, the last 2 years, this right here, this is the worst data. This is the worst. Like, after this turns around, you know what the worst is, and that's why, again, Solana is an inspiration, because they've already gone through the worst. Right, they're the new generation token that has pushed through the FUD after trying to say they were gonna kill Ethereum, and they got stomped out because no one moved to their chain. Right, and that's what it's all about. Like, if you go into the network side of crypto, you need to, you know, that's why people don't want you to leave a chain. People are telling me to release on Pulse Chain. I have no affiliation with Pulse Chain. Like, I'm not gonna release on that network because I mean, it's not like that I don't want to affiliate. It's just that I'm hyper focused on the future, right? Like a Steve Jobs saying, I'm not gonna support Flash because it's old. That's like me being like, I don't want to support a blockchain because it's old. I like supporting the future chains, right? And Ethereum and EVM was pretty future until we understood Solana. And now, again, I think it's an inspiration to crypto. As much as people shit on it, bro, this shit went through the shitter. It fucking died and came back to life. The reverse Levin. The reverse Levin, you know? So in Zen, it's awesome to see this because this wasn't VC funded one. And it wasn't pre-mined. So this is 100% forever down on purpose. Because everyone, I mean, if you really, that's why I'm kind of mad at it. It took me 2 years to catch up, but I needed to learn this lesson in 2 years. And now I know if it goes down all the way, that's just the hyperinflation, right? And again, Zen had a lot of hyperinflation in the beginning, which was good for the chart because it brought a lot of random coins into existence. And with all those random coins, that's what helped the burn that made this pump. And that's why right now there's a lot of random coins just waiting around for X1 chain. They're just waiting around. Everyone's mining and holding. So again, that's why I'm like, yo, Zen is up, bro. We already know this is up. I want it to keep going down, but we'll see how long people don't take the bait. How long do people not take the bait on Zen? How much more time do we get? So Optimism Zen's doing exactly what I said it was going to do. I said that it's going to go, it's going to end, they're going to sell it down, and then it maybe will return. But the issue with OP Zen is the staked Zen. Will the people over there stay true, or is it basically, I guess, it capped out? Like, are they gonna bring that inflation to the DEX and sell it, and then are people gonna have to go and buy OP Zen? Because now that you can't make it, now the AMP is 0. Why does it say 1? Oh yeah, never mind. Now the AMP is 1. It should be. Wait, let's go look at it on Zen.network. We need this inflation for distribution. I didn't know how we weren't at 10 zeros yet, dude. I don't think we're at 10 zeros on Ethereum because of that. Like, I think the randomness of Zen is that no one knew what was gonna happen in that period. And there was community built, and there was hodlers built, and I think that's like what makes something really, really strong. If it's like anything though, like if I get a bunch of investors together, and we all core together on this nuanced idea that no one else has, and we know we have first mover advantage, like we're gonna hit it big. Like there's no way we're not. Even if it's a little runway, we're gonna hit it big for a period of time, and motherfuckers gonna know, you know? And that's kind of why, again, I feel like we didn't hit 10 zeros because there's people who are really catching on to Zen every day slowly, and it's a good positive catch on where it's like, hey, maybe it's better I hold these coins and I don't participate in the daily FUD. And that's why we're seeing like attention fall off on Zen, which is actually cool because now no one's paying attention, and that's when things get opportunities to go up, right? And that's why, I'm looking at OP Zen and I'm asking myself, like, are people really not paying attention over there, or are they just waiting for it to pump to dump? Because we know there's the wells are over there. That's why I like Base, because Base had a little bit of or Base is more fair launched than Optimism, and you see it on the chart in the supply. So you see on Base right now, there's no liquidity, bro. Man, I've been talking about CVZen for so fucking long. Look at this motherfucker. It's just hodling sideways because it's doing exactly what I said it was gonna do because no one has the coins and they're all staked, and there's only believers left over here because the gas is so low. That's the awesome part of low gas. It creates a fair distribution on the DEX, right? When you have high gas fees like Ethereum, the distribution on the DEX is capped, because to keep up means that I need to also have a bag for keep up. When the distribution on the DEX is in cents, how you gonna get lower cents than me? Like we're all doing it for half a penny. We could all get there, you know, and that's why you don't have that competition of you know, swinging or, you know, like of hopium and speculation. We don't have that competition on CBZN because people really don't give a fuck, and I think that's awesome. That's the best way for crypto to build community, because you only need like 3 people to buy all the coins and give a fuck. If you got 10, you got 20, shit, now you're like, it's going nuts. You feel me? And like, you just keep growing the numbers. That's how all memes work, right? Again, it's the dev to the smart contract. Zen killed all smart contracts, right? If you build a smart contract with Zen, you're doing it right. But yeah, Zen killed everything. OP flow. What up, Rolando? Just kidding. I do. The gas and the long mints wreck people. They should have minted 200 days to 340 days. Creating max mints did not equate to the competing in the market. Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, it's like, it's almost like if the only people that could have front run max minting or the minters was only validators that like knew what the effects were happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, like I know what's gonna happen when X1 chain comes out. So I'm bracing myself for what's to come. And I'm sure Ethereum people did the same thing, and they hopped on Zen right when it came out because it just made a lot of sense, you know. And the hardest thing is when you jump into a cipher battle, you know, you don't know if it's being recorded, right? Like Zen is being recorded. It's a recorded cipher. I mean, you say some, you know, you like, that's basically how I think of it. Like people who've oversold Zen that they've minted at a loss, they've actually like come into like the cipher and said some fucked up shit, and everybody kicked them out and kept their like cipher money. Like you had to pay to get into the cipher, and everybody's like, you get a refund if you say something cool or some shit, but then like you said something whack as fuck, and they're like, nah, we're keeping your cipher money. And like that organic randomness of like, we don't know how many whack people are gonna show up has built a pretty good balance, right? That's the Jeter concept in Solana. That's now like a psychology thing on all the memes. They like want people to come in and cheat. Like that's a bonus. The more Jeters, the more people out of the know, the better moves on Solana. But that's why they only live 7 days, because it's full of Jeters. And then the people who are the insiders, they leave out of it. And then if you come after everybody cheated it, now you're a Jeter, you know? Those are like little tiny joints that get you really, really high too. CB flow. What's up, Leo? What up, Clay? Let's fucking hash. You think people currently validating XENblocks are earning XM right now? Nah, it's just for test. When Solana or X1 is live, that's when the modules will all probably be built together, and then you'll get XN rewards for running the script. I was running the script. You just run it like this, and this is kind of why like it's cool. So my theory is probably in the future it will have like a what do you call it? There would just be more parameters involved to like really give you ownership of this hash validation. And yeah, we just gotta wait for it. But this is the most important part of the experience, making sure that that the network is available, right? You don't want to make all that extra shit. You know, you can make your whole idea or your whole thing or whatever you call it. That's how I think of it. Once we attach our addresses, it should be finished. It should not be no guess. Let's guess what the fuck is going to happen. Like, we're attaching our addresses to it. So right now it's just the miner, or the not the miner, but the program that's gonna run the voting machine to make sure that we validate the XEN, and then we'll, you know, work on giving you ownership of that verification. And that ownership will live in X1, and that's why you'll be getting XEN coins for helping, or, you know, providing proof of validation or proof of votes for the XEN or the Xenium network, you know. And this is just the first beginning of this. Like, this part right here, this voter release part, is pretty crazy. Now, I'm not even gonna go into the innovation on what we can do with this, but this is pretty fucking huge for the future of what I'm saying. Like, it's like literally like we're hanging out with Satoshi. We're at the end games, guys. In the end game, Satoshi is a full-blooded civilian. And it's like, we got to get this shit out, bro, because smart contracts are dead. Smart contracts are dead. Jeeters. Well, when in crypto history have users been able to get an up-and-coming L1 native and with just the internet trying to with just internet access typing into the command line? I mean, that's just the beginning part, bro. That's for the people who are witty and understand. You know, we've never had that opportunity because you needed to go to, like, again, everything is about being in the know. They wanted you to go to Stanford if you were really smart because they wanted to capture your intelligence at the Ivy League. So then that way you give all of your ideas to the Ivy League. I don't know how I slipped up, went to the art school and shit. It was free ideas for the arts, but the arts was going into automation anyway, so there's no free ideas in AI, bro. That shit is all given away for free. Everybody got a free idea. If you're looking for free ideas and you have artificial, you know, technology, or like if you have access to artificial technology and you're looking for ideas, like you're like working backwards now in the future. Like this new future, you can literally have a AI assistant give you insight or encouragement or inspiration at the, you know, within seconds. It's kind of insane. But yeah, that's like, again, that's why, like, yo, let the normal people be normal, right? Whatever. They don't have to get it. Smart intellectual people, they'll get it. They'll ride the waves. They'll give it the time. They'll give it the man hours, the women hours, the day hours. I don't know, whatever you go by, bro, girl, guy. But yeah, like, so that's kind of why I'm not actually worried about Zen. I'm like, yo, Zen's gonna kill it. I got to see the future because I have a nice position on CBZen now that I've been buying the fear, aka the non-believers. I've been buying all this shit, and now it's slowly starting to go up. And again, I think it's doing this because it's not OPZen where people are staking to create inflation, because it has 8-year mining inflation. So there's no reason to stake for a long period of time. It's actually better to stake at shorter periods of time and sell in inflation, or become inflation, because it's hard to inflate, because now claiming again on CBZen takes days. It takes physical days to make new supply on CBZen, right? So no one can create new supply. All of it has to be purchased to then be staked to then be used to create inflation. That's all is. That's why it's like, yo, it's so crazy. It has a one, like this is insane. Like, this thing's attached to the X1 chain, and I think Hashhead's Moonshot has a higher market cap than CBZen, and it's a meme coin, right? So it's pretty funny to like see the reality. Like, the reality is, again, people like memes, but what we're seeing here, you see, not enough liquid supply is being made. There's just not enough people mined, right? And this is just what that's just the way it is. OPZen, I'll show you here. This is ZenPub. So that's why OPZen is not mooning right now after the fact. You really want to see this liquid supply get all staked, and then we know this shit's gonna go up, because then it'd be basically, you'd be able to monitor the big stakes ending and bringing inflation, And then if you really believe in XEN, you could just set up the buy fund against the inflating whale and hope to get a front in front of them. Like, that's essentially all you can do in a fair launch, is just get in front of the person above you, right? So on Take the Bait, for instance, I know how to play this game already because I've been here. What the fuck? Let's go to the actual site. If you haven't been to takethebait.xyz, please visit the vibes. Please visit the vibes. Even post-chain layer 1 auction, only 25% of PLS was available to the public. Well, yeah. I mean, that's why they did it that way, though. Like, the way that, like, I mean, that's why people, it's a hard pill to swallow over in post-chain when you finally realize, like, oh my God, I'm in a monopoly. I mean, all of crypto is a monopoly. That's why I'm in X1, because I want to be in something that's before its time. I've been on time this whole time. I'm trying to be before my time, right? That's what I've learned in technology as a cyberpunk of the future. We want to be from the future, bitch. We don't want to be from today, right now, bro. Like, that ain't fire. That's why we're here right now, so we can think about the future and then be excited that we're in something new. Like, oh my God, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like, right, my life right now is just trippy because I'm like, dude, this shit is, it's working. This, like, you know, put it into existence. The work is a little hard, but it's your brain. Your brain is just as smart as a computer. You can load new things in your mind if you take the time and you really want to achieve something new. No one's stopping you. My mom just graduated from college. She got a she's working on her bachelor's. My mom's like 62. She's like working on her bachelor's in a different study. Just cause, like, you know, just cause she got a brain. That's what she loves to say. I got a brain, I can keep learning. So that's how I think of crypto right now, and why I think a lot of people be capping on themselves, because they play the I'm stupid thing. And it's like, you're not stupid, you just are not as witty as others, and it's best to identify that and learn at your own pace and get into projects that allow you to learn at a pace, instead of those that are hyper extended to get you in and out. And that's why on my particular meme coin, it's moving how I want it to move, which is like 2017. Like, I saw that the members shot up, members is going down. I'm like, that's great. Levin's law, bro. Someone said I was talking to myself in here. I said, that's okay. I only want people inside that want to listen. I've got control of the contract. Like, this is my moonshot. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand what's happening here, and all I needed to do was do the work, which is make a website, make a Twitter, make a Telegram, so people know where to go to find me, because that's part of tokenization. Make a good name so people want to say, hey, what's going on over there? They find me, and we move on and on and on. And now, how long does this last? I don't fucking know. But, you know, what's fun is again, this is like my first, like, it's like my first mixtape in crypto. So I'm excited to see what kind of research I get from it. And I hope it spawns a smart contract, or in Solana form. I hope it supports or sends out a good program idea. I got this really cool idea that should be kind of cool. It's a fishing game where essentially you take the bait and you burn it for hook, and then you can take hook and you can spin, or you can go fishing with hook and win NFTs. And then by staking hook, so that's why it's like you can go and try to play a hook. You can play a hooky with your hook or whatever and go, you know, fishing. Maybe once a day or some shit. I'm making something that's like pretty fun for myself to just create, and where I see crypto going, like how I interpret crypto. This is how I interpret crypto. Like, I interpret crypto as bait, because everyone gets baited into narratives, into decision making. Just like why Jack made not SEC, because it proved that people wanted to rally behind something, and the SEC is just an object of the thing that everyone is down to rally behind, right? He said this is why this shit was meta, bro. You had to really understand it. And unfortunately, now not SEC was released and murdered because this is just the way that people work, right? Again, it's like, this is how all memes are. This is why it's a scam, because it's a behavior, right? And it's not about calling this a scam, because that doesn't teach people how to recover from their bad behaviors. It's to identify, like, yeah, this is exactly why this worked the way it is, right? Maybe this can recover with a Jack Levin tweet. I don't fucking know. That's gambling, you know? But the thing was the initial reason it got out of Moonshot was because people could get behind SEC. It every language understood it like it was Pepe. And that's why he was able to say, I wanted to make something that was like Pepe, but not Pepe, so that everybody saw it and could just get behind it. Boom. $1 million market cap. Couple hours. Right? So now I'm doing my research on this idea, and I'm like, yeah, he's fucking right. Everybody is just buying bullshit that just follows a trend that everybody's into, and maybe there can be something that comes out of the woodworks that everybody's like, hey, I'm getting behind this now because this is the thing, and then people replicate it, right? So right after not SEC finalized, someone made Solana SEC. Like right afterwards. Let's see if it's still here. So yeah, not a security drop. It might have got kicked out because it didn't have any volume. Yeah, it looks like it got kicked out already. But there was another one just like that. But you'll see here, you see, like, I was going to do not Pepe. And then that's why I switched my ideology to something more common. Man, I'm really giving you guys a breakdown of like how this is, because this is what I mean, yo. I put some thought behind this shit because it's not about anyone, it's about the idea, right? And the idea is going to nurture itself. It's crypto. Crypto is about the network, and the network it needs fuel, and the fuel just needs to be a good idea. So yeah, Take the Bait is based on this idea that people only take the bait. They only take objects in relation. Moon, dog, mega, you know, moonshot, moonshot, Pepe logo, fofo, like Mr. President, Trump's ear, moon, mega. It's like in front of your face that, like, yo, if you can catch the right meta, oh my God, they made a Terry token. Darn it, I missed out on the Terry token. It's already dead though. I just want to see it. But yeah, so there's meta in the moonshots, which gave me the understanding that, hey, this is where we're going to start our tokenization philosophy. PUMPdotFUN, Moonshot, and everything that comes after it. All these the reason why Moonshot I think is super important, more important than the other ones right now, is because Deck Screener is the place to go to put your meme coin up. So until there's a replacement for Deck Screener, it's up. And you know, like right now in Solana, everyone's on Bird Eye. They're not on Deck Screener. So I think that's another reason why Deck Screener has done this, to one up Bird Eye, because Bird Eye doesn't have this token concept. And the one up is that you get a free free enhancements. So if I go to Timecoin, swing staking, bro, when XEN pump? Never. That's just never gonna pump. How much XN would be nice to delegate for some passive income? Hell yeah, bro. I mean, that's why I already participated for 2 years. I'm gonna have so much XNM, it's stupid. Or I have a lot of XNM, but I mean XN, I'm gonna have a lot of coins. Not worried. Me no worry. Hey, how they gonna have a Binance banner on Solana? This must have been botted, and that's why it was able to get out already. and now people are trading the scraps. So yeah, there's gonna be a game here too, because every time Moonshot finishes a pot, there's like a pool of Solana that if you have an arbitrage bot, you can like arb the pool dry. Yeah, and then I mean, it looks like everything sits at 17K afterwards. But yeah, this just came out and it's already on the thing. So yeah, that's why I'm taking it slow with mine. I really want to study the growth of bait token. I want to see people I just want to see people take the bait. And when people take the bait, it might be kind of cool. And then maybe if people don't take the bait, I'll just release the dApp that I made. Because I think you can use it. I think the liquidity is just owned by, well, how do you say this? Like, it would be, it would be on me as the owner of the token to spend 500 Sol to get my project from Moonshot. You see what I'm saying? So Moonshot, Deck Screener and all the people that have worked on this is like an awesome opportunity to fundraise using these parameters, right? And bringing community together to basically skip all that shit, because that's the problem with crypto right now. It's too hard to onboard new people into the space because most of the coins are scams, right? And if they're not a scam, it's a XEN coin, which is complex on purpose because it needs to get into the monetary conversation, not into the meme conversation. Like, time will never be accepted by the US government. Not to say XEN will, but XEN has this opportunity to knock on that door because it has Jack Levin as well, right? An internet enterprise, or an internet entrepreneur that's been crushing enterprise. He's crushing it. He's in his 50s now. There's no better lane than Jack Levin in blockchain and his chain, right? And he did it the right way. He did it the way that taught everybody that is following XEN, that has found XEN. He taught us all to give yourself a runway, in a sense. Like, there's no reason to speed things up because it's just going to crash, right? It's okay to have downtime because you can come back up, but you don't want to stop. Or what do you say? What is it? I forgot that's the slogan. I'd rather go down. Fuck, I gotta look up the meme now. I had made the meme and shit. I am the masturbator. Yes, I am. I am the masturbator. Shit. Delegate with me. I'm gonna get the largest rewards. I'm probably gonna have to delegate with somebody on X1 because like, I've like discovered that I want to stay in ideas. I don't want to really stay in hardware, because this last year of learning hardware, it's not that it's hard to keep up. It's just that that's a passion for some that do a lot better than me, and I'd rather just watch them thrive, and then I stake or delegate to your nodes because you're thriving there. You know, I'm gonna always thrive in public speaking, so I like ideas. After my conversation with Zensu, I'm like, yeah, maybe I am just like an idealist. Let's make some pitch decks. That's where I rock. But yeah, man, go to takethebait.xyz. Go take the bait. It's not finished. Oh, I gotta connect my wallet. Let's connect it up then. So I got some Hashhead. They're doing pretty good, but like I was saying, Hashhead got more. What is it? Yeah, 25. They got a higher market cap than CBZen, bro. Look at CBZen over here. Oh, this is not showing up. Womp womp. But yeah, CBZen having this market cap of 21. That's why it's like, how can people believe in XEN if like Xenians don't even pump XEN themselves? I've been buying the shit out of CBZen because it makes 0 sense to mine it at this point. You could put 2 to 3 mints into the future. Like, that's how I usually do it. Like, I put 3 mint or 4 mints on one day. I'm into the future, and I just know I'm gonna have some XEN showing up. But right now is when you get the most, because again, there's no gas to affect the price, so it's just coins. Like, this is the price. 13 zeros in versus ETH. You feel me? So I'm more surprised at, hash heads having more market cap, but it's the opportunity, it's the meme, it's the reach, it's the less complexity. That's what allows people to just buy and hold it and just get behind it. Damn, we haven't given them a rocket yet. Go over here, give them a rocket. Oh, I guess I did. Give them a rocket. CBZen low key. Yeah, CBZen is extremely low key right now. And then I got this right here. So like what's cool is or the problem that I also see in memes, and one thing that I wanted to do because I wanted my own meme, right? Like I haven't had my own meme coin. So I was like, I want my own meme, but I don't want to do what I hate a lot of people do in meme world, right? And what people do is they release a meme, and then they want to dump on their hodlers. They don't want to hold the top and just see how gnarly it can get, right? Maybe they're broke or something, and they really need the money. And I would say don't be in a meme like that. When motherfuckers so broke, like this is it. This is the meal ticket to out of the trailer park. This is not. I am not going to put blood, sweat, and tears into take the bait. This is a case study to make possibly something bigger. But this is the fundraiser to get it to happen discreetly where everybody wins. Right. And that's why it's my duty, in a sense, to make sure there's a king to it's like, yo, you got to go against me because I'm the one that wants to protect the brand. Like, that's the problem in crypto, right? The tokenization usually fails because there's no one that wants to associate with the identity of the coin. Like, XEN is only successful because Jack associates his identity with it. Not SEC was only successful because Jack associated his identity with it. And every other meme bullshit coin that he did, and the difference, though, between Jack Levin and me is that he, again, has 40 years of internet experience that I can't replicate. So I do need a moonshot. I need a sped up version of a Jack Levin that gets me into the hand. It gets my idea in front of a bunch of people, right? Mass adoption. And then they can make the decision on whether or not they want to participate in my idea because it's tokenized by me, right? But me understanding how this works, the most important thing to do is just to be the top runner and make sure everybody has to run after me. Or if someone decides to step ahead of me, keep running the pace that I'm running, which is, hey, one day this shit is going to get like, basically the pace is getting to 500 Solana. So anybody who's willing to try to hodl to that area, right, is essentially going to win at the end because 20% of the supply will be burned. So there's no way, you can't dump it as soon as it goes to Radium. Now, that's why for me, I am experienced and I know actually when people decide to dump, that's when this distribution is coming back at the lowest prices. Like when I had bought my most recent purchase, like I bought at the bottom because I know how to play the game. And you can see me right now too, because they make a moonshot. Make sure you know who the dev's wallet is, right? So like, I've been buying this shit the whole time because it's fairly launched. I have to be a participant in it, right? It's XEN sped up in 2 years. I have to participate, and my only opportunity is really when I'm getting these lows. So I like it when people dump because I get to get into my project at a better price, right? And that's why I understand XEN so much more now, because it's like, yeah, why would you release anything? Because it's gonna make everybody excited and it could offset the best price ever, right? And that's why it's actually pretty awesome watching XEN hit all-time lows, because that's something again, that's free alpha. If you're releasing a crypto, it's like Satoshi buying bitcoins at 50 cents knowing it's going to be huge, right? It's like you should believe in your project to be able to buy it at an all-time low and watch it pump and still hodl and then it dump again and then buy whatever the new low is, right? Or do damage control and continuously like maintain the inflation. So there's a lot of different ways of playing this. That's why I got this cool idea of how to pull people together and make a possible autonomous player that's always playing, right? But it has to start with a distributed coin that has gone through this process. Like, this process has to happen. This is the fundraiser. Without this, you need VC funding, and that's why it's so fucking fair that it's hilarious. Because there will be people who throw VC money in, and again, this is just render. This is just today's render of this. In 2023, it was inscriptions. Now it's going to be Moonshot and PUMPdotFUN as more people get involved, because it's so easy to get Solana from Coinbase and move it into this arena. All right, so that's all I'm saying. That's why I'm putting it out there, bro. Or I put something out there because I want to seize this opportunity now and get something new and old, so that if it doesn't hit the 500 in the next few weeks, then it's like, okay, cool, back to the drawing board. How can we hit this goal? What does that look like? Reevaluate the case study. But it would be awesome to just watch it happen organically, so that then another phase of this really good, cool idea can happen, and we can all tokenize it together. That's kind of how I'm envisioning it with the bait coin. And that's why it's take the bait. You don't have to shill it to nobody. Just tell them to take the bait. Like, don't tell anybody to buy it. Just say, hey, take the bait. If you want to take it, you can take it. If you don't do it. Go to the website. If the website doesn't make you want to take the bait, then don't take it. All right. If you're mad confused, just move on. All right. Do not become a red candle. You make red candles on this, because I'm not going to do it. What the fuck? I got to get ahead of you bitches. And I got to stay ahead. That's the problem with a lot of meme coins. I think that's why Runes is doing so good right now. They did a really good job on damage control when Runes started to cap or to fall. And now I think they have enough stones. They bought back enough stones. Look at Terry. Oh, Terry. Brett said he's building a fishing game with stake the bait. Maybe buy more. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun fishing game. Actually, so I have made this stupid script where it calls the Solana or XENblocks or solXEN. So solXEN needs a collaborator. That's all it's missing. So I'm like, let's make something for that too. But in solXEN world, the program ID will always be able to be called. So essentially you could always pay a base fee in Solana and access that program or that hash algorithm, the KK 256, and you can design your own dApps around it, and it will forever be able to give you a proof of work contract to interact with for your own development, and they give you proof of work, So that's kind of why, I think a fun game on top of the proof of work would make a lot of sense. And that's where I'm like, oh, okay, what you do is we take the bait, we let here's the game, or this is how the game could work, right? The bait is automatically going to burn 20% of itself, right? That's how I had it up earlier. I gotta bring it up again. So if you go to their FAQs, though, they have all this information, and that's why it's like, oh man, people are gonna start putting this together. And that's why already I clicked on a few, and it it's running the course of the pump and dumps, because you'll be able to do it. Like Solana darts is another game, a play to earn experience. Lols. All right, so the FAQ. Jack just posted on X to run XENBlock verification node on Android iOS. Butter's gonna say now it's too easy to get XN. Oh man, now it's too easy to get it. It can't go up because it's so fairly distributed. This is the last time this is ever gonna happen, dude. Like, releasing a blockchain is dead after X1 chain. XEN kills smart contracts because none of them make sense anymore. Everybody looks like they're trying to scam you. Once you find XEN, you're like, yeah, everything's a scam. So like, why would I interact with any smart contract that's not giving me the most back, you know, or like, you know, like, or I don't know these people, you know, like maybe I should go now and immerse myself in development so I can learn some devs and get some edges, you know, get some edges. But yeah, Jack is doing it. He knows what he's doing, bro. Motherfucker is actually kind of smart. All right, so here you go. This is what happens. Or this is what I mean. Like, they're making so much money over there, bro. They make 1% on all buys and sells and orders on Moonshot. And then what happens is oh, here I gotta go over here. Is it the bonding curve? Yeah. So here it is. So what it does is it has this thing called a dynamic threshold, right? So everything starts at 1 billion. This is important shit to learn, right? So this is Moonshot, and why I think Moonshot, for the right group and the right leader, possibly could be a moonshot for everyone involved. And that's why I'm just telling you, maybe you're gonna make it. Maybe it's not me. Maybe I'm giving away the free game, and you know, my evil twin is gonna show up and be like, ha ha ha, it's all from your game. So long story short, every Moonshot contract or tokens are made with 1 billion, right? There's a dynamic threshold that needs to be met, which is 55% of the supply. All right, that's why it needs you to do 500 SOL, because it's got to get up to this 55% threshold, right? Once it gets up to this threshold of 550 tokens, and there's a reason why it's a little bumped up, because, you know, one day someone could come and it could be at 549 million, and then someone comes and buys, you know, 3 million and pushes it over. So you know, or someone comes in and buys that 549 and maybe it does it a little deep lower. It's really just based on the bonding curve and whatever it decides to respond when you get to that 50% level of, you know, the 500 or of the 1 billion, right? But essentially it's going to take the Solana from both sides, that 500 Solana, it's going to take 250 of that and buy back and burn coins, like so that it's like 20% of the supply is burned as it goes to the as it goes into radium, right? So you see that here they have a calculation of this where they said the migration will happen when the allocation gets to 60 or when the allocation was at 5,062,000. So you see somebody went up and beyond it, which was further. So then it runs its vibe. And you'll see here, this is the part where like it takes that 500 Solana and it splits it. 260 goes into the DEX, and then 264 go to buying and burning the Solana. Four goes into the fee of the people who created it all. That's why they're making cash. Everybody that fucking just decides to push this through, they get 4 Solana on it, which is amazing if Solana is really going to be $1,000, right? So then you see here, this is the token migrate, right? So it's going to migrate. I don't know. I forget. You got to go do the math here. I'm going to drop this in so you can learn the bonding curve. I might be saying it backwards. Where's the paste button? All right, yeah, so you'll see here tokens to be burned would be at the end of all of that, like, because the smart contract's going to do all this division, right? This is how many tokens are going to remain after the fact on the DEX. So 156 million, because everybody else will have the distribution of this 562 million, right? So there's eventually, so the essentially half of the supply goes to the people that interact before Moonshot, before the actual radium part. And then after that happens, everybody is pretty much locked in at the bottom, because the contract buys itself, buys half of itself and burns half of itself. It's kind of awesome. And then now you have a limited amount. So let's go to not SEC so you can see what I mean. When SEC was at $1 million market cap, there was 1 million coins. But now you'll see here, now that it's back to 47,000, because there was 1 billion coins. Here, actually, let's look at this too. I want to look at this. But you'll see here now that the half of the supply is back in the DEX. You would need to figure out how are you gonna take that inflation out, because it was supposed to stay in the hands of people. Or you were supposed to do something with that inflation, but instead you did nothing, and now it's on the DEX, and now you need to come and actually start dancing for people so they buy your inflation. You know, that's why I'm like, yo, really, you just need to implement burning. And who's better to know about burning than Xenians? We all know about it. So that's why you need the fish game. If you catch my drift, bro. If you catch the drip. I know I'm coming in like super duper confusing, because we're like at this all-time low of people interested in actual crypto. But for those that like actually are listening right now, and you've wanted to release a coin, like, now is the time. Do it on Moonshot. If you got a little bit of a following, like if you're watching crypto, bro, you got a following too. Like, just do it for fun, you know? Do all of the things. You got 3 things: website, Telegram, X account. All right, just make those 3 things, and bam, you could do your own coin. No one can stop you. You can front run yourself. So yeah, there's some people burning their scraps. That's crazy that some people, they don't want to see it in their wallet, so they burn the scraps. That's normal in Solana. So quite a bit of burning happening here. Yeah, so you see like not SEC has 831. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I was saying it backwards. They used the numbers, and this is what is burned. This 156 from the distributed to the buy, and to the, or I guess you could say to the, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is sold. How in the fuck? Man, I gotta really understand this part. This is the one part I need to really understand so I can explain it to people, because this is where I can see it, but I just can't say it right now. But yeah, you can see it when I'm trying to put together, like 150 million of the coins will be burned anyways. So burning then is just about people participating in burning, but you need to amplify that. But you need to do it when they have the coins before they bring them back to the DEX, and then now you're trying to get people to buy coins and burn them, right? Like, that is where it's backwards. All right, so like, again, this is why I'm approaching this with, as soon as we hit the moonshot, I would release the contract, so then that way we could start burning. But if we never hit it, like in a week or so, I'd probably just release it for fun to see what it does, like to see if it affects anything, or if it's even possible. Like, I don't even know if it's possible, because the ownership is still in Moonshot, which would then let me know that I need to get the coin out, and that's an awesome thing to know, because then it's like $70,000. Not to say I want to pay $70,000, but what it lets me know is like, hey, this is really going to be like if Deck Screener ever came out with a coin and this is a hit, I want to have Deck Screener coin. Like if that's where I end my journey in this moonshot shit, because I can't get 500 Solana, because I can't build a following, or I can't manipulate, I can't scam good enough or some shit like that, right? I'm gonna just be myself and talk about it to people out there. I'm gonna always tell people to get some bait. Especially, that's why the website's so easy. Take the bait.xyz. It's an easy website, and all the information's there. But yeah, so yeah, as long as people interact with it and we get to that burning part, it shouldn't be too hard to burn the rest of the coins if it's in the game, right? And if the game has legs, because the game is essentially making a decentralized system, right? Like this is like a game that lives on its own. Like I don't have to maintain it. Once it's out, it's based on, you know, parameters that fit in the reality, just like XEN. XEN is based on Fibonacci numbers. I would do the same thing. I would just use fibs so that it doesn't have too complex of a narrative mathematically. What I also have though is yeah, you don't need to know that shit. Just know it won't be that complex for you. And yeah, I think this is a really cool way to get coins off, or not get coins off, but yeah, develop ideas. We didn't have this before. A lot of people make coins on like coin tools, and then it would go to Deck Screener, and then they would do all this stuff, but then that's all they could do, because when you're working on Ethereum and it's really expensive to make a dApp. So, you know, you need a group of people. It's not like Solana where it can just be one person that runs the show, essentially. Man, this right here, when this dump happened, this was the person that was above me. That's why I bought up that bottom. So I was like, oh, cool. Like the person that was above me, now I can just step in front of them, and this is what I was waiting for. I need to be the real leader that buys their own dip. I could have maybe let it dip a little further, but I'm a little antsy because I'm still a player. So maybe somebody will show up. There's only 66 hodlers, so maybe someone will show up and provide a dip, but there's not that many large holders. It's pretty diversified. Lots and lots of smaller holders, because there's only 66 people, and I'm like the largest holder. You have to trust the crypto, bruh. You have to trust the crypto, bruh. Damn, gas is going dumb right now. What's happening? Let's check it out. I'm gonna sign up out of here. Go pay my gym membership. Get my bitch ass back in the gym. Get my bitch ass back in the gym. Back in the gym. Let's see. This isn't it. I want to look at this. Man, Solana going crazy right now. See, what's funny about crypto is people just choose shit. Like, it's like we haven't reached a point in, like, I don't know how to really explain it, but like we control the culture, and it's up to us to give it away or give people the pass. And we've I would say, like, from my way of coming into crypto, they've let a lot of shit pass, and we've gotten so far away from the original that it's kind of crazy to be this far ahead of knowing that, like, there has to be a reset to all the shit that's passed. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like, yo, I want to root for what's going on. So yeah, that's why we're seeing higher gas right now. A lot of people are trading this action, and this gas is going up. So if ETH can stay like this, which would suck because I have a mint coming out next week that's really nice. If ETH stays like this, then we should be in the game for XEN. If the total market is trading up, Zen should do something nice. And that's why it's important to, if you haven't, you should have been keeping your mints. All my mints, I minted some Zen yesterday. All my mints I be getting, I just keep them, stake them. And I'm just waiting for when the market aligns with our ideology of fair launch, you know, and I'm sure it will happen. I'm not doubting it in any fashion because it's the thing that killed smart contracts. Like, smart contracts are no more. They are now considered factories. Just, you know, there's going to be people. I mean, that's why DXN jumped on the token factory. They're trying to grab some attention right now. I would say get into Moonshot because it has a bigger platform. But I can understand why you would be thinking like, hey, maybe I'll do something big on, you know, a smaller platform. But yeah, this is a huge platform. Like, tons and tons of people use Deck Screener, right? It's just getting into the getting the right attention in the right crowd and things like that. But yeah, in Zen, if gas stays up, this could totally turn around, right? It's all based on the max minting, which is going to be that 3.6 billion. It won't be 3.5 until a couple months from now. So you'll see that here. See 3.8, 3.8. These are all the minting and dumping because they're still in profit. You're in a massive amount of profit if you got your mints out to Gwei. You're selling this shit. You got your mint for $50 more. That's why, again, it's like the only way to stop them from selling is to increase the price. And the only way to increase the price is to slow down the selling from people not being able to mint and sell as much. Right. So that's why it's so critical for gas to find a higher price for Zen, because it's officially correlated with they're neck and neck, like neck and neck, yo. Look at the ETH versus Zen chart on this side. This one's pretty funny to look at. Hey, Tree City West, hell yeah. Now we're gonna get the fuck out of our crypto, or we're gonna integrate crypto into our career. And that's why we go so hard, and people just don't understand why we are so intrigued and we can make things so fast. And, you know, it's not that we're like super gods or anything like that. It's just that we live this shit. We are in this shit. And eventually people will see it, but you know, and what I'm saying right now is when we get to that moment, when we know that people are seeing it, I hope that everybody that's been working as hard as we've been working has the opportunity to take a nibble at what we've created. Like, the worst thing you could do in this experience is build Zen and not be trying to launch a project that takes some of the experience, takes a little bit for yourself. Like, because you can't do this shit again. You got to be 50 years in the internet and make something so profound that your people go, oh, you worked at Google? You know, we haven't, like, I worked at Apple, but who gives a fuck? It's not like being an astronaut. You know, working at Google is like almost being an astronaut if you're in the right time frame, which is early. Having Bitcoin is like being an astronaut when you go, oh, I've been in Bitcoin since 2013. It's like, oh, wow, what the fuck, you're an astronaut, you know? So again, that's kind of what I'm looking at with Zen. I think people are going to be like, whoa, you're an astronaut in the future when they figure out that you got into Zen early. So if you're here now, like, how do we bring this with us in our careers so that we can achieve outstanding innovation that builds on our resumes as we continue through this emerging market? Crypto's an emerging market. Nobody can say it's not. There's money pouring in left and right. There's grants to be gotten on some American shit. There's grants to be gotten. There's systems to be built. And there's communities to be driven. So I don't want to work in hair and makeup. I don't want to work in theater. I really like music, but it's so there's so much nepotism in music. It's just like, you can't really have nepotism in crypto because it's so fucking new. Nobody knows anything about it. They need all hands on deck to get it to the masses. And again, that's why I'm so pro Zen, and I'm rooting for everybody that's rooting for it. So looking at Zen right now, though, before I sign up out of here, this is verse ETH. You'll notice that it hasn't had any red in a while. because it's been so like versus Ethereum, even though the price is going down, once ETH turns around, Zen should go up with it because it's showing it's part of the gas, right? And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the price versus gas. That's why it's going down, because ETH gas is going down. So Zen is going down with ETH gas. It's kind of cool to watch. I didn't really think of it that way. Like, that would have helped me understand that, hey, maybe I should come back in 2024, 25. Instead of being like, we can buy this inflation. It's like, nah, dude, gas is going down. That's what would have been the alley-oop in 22, is like really understanding that gas is going to be down in 2 years. So Zen will reflect it, and we won't be able to price in low gas. Like, we have to meet it. It has to be like a conjunction, because how do you know how low you're going to go? If you, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like looking into a wishing well and then saying, I can see the bottom, but you can't. You literally have to throw something and listen to see how low it goes. And, you need to nurture listening to it if you don't hear anything, and it goes low and low and low, So that's why, again, I'm loving this shit that's happening in Zen, because it's never seen before activities in crypto. You've never seen a crypto go as low as it can go versus its native. Like, nothing's done that. Everything's always gone and is always competed. So this is a different approach to tokenization. And then why, again, I would say Zen will be the most decentralized coin that we see, probably. It's available for all. And it's designing itself to make sure it stays available. Like, bait isn't supposed to be available. Like, I'm designing bait to be unavailable. Like, this will work best if people can't get it. So that's all I need to build, is a hard to get dApp. Kind of like a DBZen. But the problem with DBZen, which I told Roz a year ago, was that he needed to be a leader, and he didn't want to be. And now DXN has all these different random leaders, and that's why it can't go up, because it's still like a baby. Like, it needs one leader to tell everybody, yo, we need to chill on the selling so we can get some new motherfuckers in here. But instead, everybody's a leader, so they ain't chilling on the selling. Maybe they'll pump it, but that's why it's like, oh, just get some, hodl it for the pump. The divs are trash, so you're not really hodling DXN for divs anymore. So, you got to wait for it to catch up to itself, which takes 5 years. So that's the flaw in DXN. Its distribution model from the auction is too long. If Zen is 8 and this did 5, think of it like that, because it's after 5 years, it takes 57 years to mine the rest of the DXN. So the first 5 years is the hyperinflation, because that's 95% of the coins, 5% over 57 years, which sounds like really cool math in 2021 or 22, excuse me. But now in this new future, that's too long of a runway for a project that someone didn't want to lead. Like, they wanted the community, they wanted CTO. We seen how that worked out, bro. Everyone's dumping on each other because you can't have a CTO. That doesn't exist. Like, that's a false advertisement. I'm sorry. I know some of the homies got CTOs right now, but that shit is false advertisement. If you don't have a real leader telling people, like, I'm doing this, and playing their own game and inventing a game that doesn't involve other people, like, my bait game does not need you, bro, because I learned that from Zen. DXN actually needs you, because it needs you to burn the Zen, and it needs you to get the ETH. And that's why, again, Moonshot is super tight for releasing coins, because you don't need anything. You just need Phantom. I need to have the intelligence to make sure that you know how to get to it. That's it. And then that's all I'm trying to say. Yo, they saving me $70,000 on a token launch right now. A lot of money went into DXN to get it off the ground. And that's why I don't budge anymore on the, like, it's up to the community, because that's a lie. The fucking community is ass. It's like nobody gives a fuck. Like, it's like you don't, in technology, you don't rely on the community. You rely on AGI. Shout out to Og for teaching me this shit. Or for opening me up. No, wait, pause. Holy shit. Fuck. No. He helped me understand that ideas maybe aren't ours. Maybe ideas are signals being sent from somewhere else. Maybe my skill set that inside of myself that I think I have, like I think I have a conscious, yet, you know, I'm responsive more than most. So now I'm really questioning, maybe it is response that is what we are conscious of how we respond to things that are firing electrons and you know, off in my mind. So theoretically, that would mean that I do not create my ideas. My body does, and I don't know where my body gets those ideas from. So essentially, it must be something of the abnormal or of the, you know, artificial piece of the intelligence I can't necessarily fathom because it's just so complex that my brain can't put it together. But I can sometimes when I do like OpenAI, or like when I did this, like this is all ChatGPT in 2 days. Of course, I have my own experience, and that's why I knew how I wanted it to vibe out, like, because I've made websites before. So I knew the vibes. That's why you got to be on planet Earth and you got to be alive, because you get the vibes, you know? These motherfuckers that are dead, they ain't got no vibes right now. So go out and live it up. Live it la vida loca. But yeah, using the AGI, created this, and here we are. Didn't have to go and study blockchain. You know, I'm studying right now, again, the app that I'm making. But that's just because I want to learn Rust and I want to develop something on Solana. So I can say, hey, I have a Rust project on Solana too. Check this out. You know, like, why wouldn't you want that if you're in crypto? Like, you know how fast you might find $100,000 job because you decided to go and make a fucking token and you took it kind of serious. You knew that it needed a leader. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've already done this. So like for me, I am really having fun. Because I know I'm inside of myself, I'm a leader, right? So anything I touch, I lead. But for those out there that don't know, like, that's how serious Moonshot can become. Like, you could become a leader of an idea that's actually good and people get behind it, right? Because it can be a meme, but it could be subliminal, or it could be deeper, you know, subliminal, like very, very edgy and getting people to pay attention, you know? And that's why I don't think, I like XEN, but it lives in the shadows of Zen forever. It forever lives in the shadows, and that's because it's a smart contract, and Zen killed smart contracts. So if you make a burning contract for Zen, it has to be amazing, and that's why people are waiting for X1 chain. There is an amazing one, you know, it's called Phoenix. You know, Joe Blau is still trying to figure out, like, it's almost like, imagine if Joe Blau had made Phoenix through a token portal where there could have been a fundraise for Phoenix before he released Phoenix, so that it had some liquidity to go with the token to push the idea, right? That's what Moonshot is now providing in this new future. You can build a dApp and then go fundraise, and everybody will fucking win that gets in at the right time. Like, if someone's FOMOing on the dApp, so that would be where it's all bad, where I would say, don't take the bait. You've waited too long. If you reach the point in taking the bait, once everybody clicks like, oh shit, or, you know, like, oh, there's a dApp to burn the coin, you know, it's just waiting to be released at the most pinnacle time, which would be once it's out of the Moonshot, so you have the most effect. You know, that would be like where people are FOMOing in, and you're seeing like the speculation part of where someone might buy a top, you know, because you're so close to the threshold that, like, this is when the you know, the real bottom is made, is at the bottom, not when it's at the threshold or 5% from the threshold. That's not smart memeing. I won't be there, and that's why I'm not putting the leader's bag in that position. I'm following the cadence, and I know when to strike, right? So that's any meme. Every meme should be the same way. And if you make your own, that would be my little recommendation, to maintain control of your, your distribution. Even though it's a fair launch, people still need trust, and community sucks. So just trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. There can be no better person than yourself, Maybe that's a little harsh, but it is what it is. The final boss, XN. Your game might be a hit, like the hamster game on Telegram. That's going ham right now. Lols. Well, yeah, so like there's another piece to it. So like it's like what I mean by going fishing is you can you're gonna be able to burn another coin to go fishing. And you can do it with your hooks. And what I want to design is like this idea where like the hooks, the more hooks you risk, it's built into the generator. So your risk is like being transformed into something that you can be like a collectible, and then you can take that collectible and kind of show people, hey, I went fishing, like look at this fish I caught, that's how you condense bait from the moonshot into a collectible. And that's kind of where I want to go with this project, or any project going forward. This is just the first one, but this is the model now. It's gonna be model. This is the model I think we should be using to throw darts. We just seen it. Jack gave us the model, and Solana's coming, right? So you could do this on X1 as well. Like X1 will have a meme culture, and people will be there because who doesn't want to get into a layer 1 at the very bottom, right? So when it launches, a lot of people will jump into XN and try to see if it works for them, and all of this stuff will be there. It's gonna be really cool, but dude, like trust. And that's why it's like, yo, if you're still, I'm a Zenian bitch, so I know how I'm so set that I get to play around now and start to experiment with like non-branded Zen coins. I made a joke in the not SEC chat that maybe it has a chance because it doesn't have an X, but it never had a chance because you can't have a CTO. That's all bad. Shit is already bunk. Hey, is solXEN cat related to Zen network in any way? And is the huge buy up to 100K in the past week a sign for a huge upcoming rally? I'm not sure, but this is another CTO though, so I don't really know these people. That's why I'm like, I don't really know anymore. My job was to get in and get out. That's why I was like, yo, okay, cool, I got this now. I'm like, I just need to do my own coin that I just continue to get into. And as long as I keep getting in, no one can stop me. And maybe I could buy my own coin out of Moonshot. That would be the fucking craziest thing. That would totally be part of the story. Like, dude, I tried my hardest with the internet to try to get people behind this idea. Try to get behind me. Trust me. They didn't want to trust me though, because I didn't have no rap sheet. I wasn't no Googler. I didn't, I'm just this dude on the internet, I have my success where I have my success, but they just couldn't trust me because I didn't fit the profile of a pumper. I didn't wear no fancy shades. I'm not in the Pulse chain. I'm not in Ton, I'm just a normal, intelligent motherfucker on YouTube breaking down the cryptos. So I might have to buy my own coin because I'm just so not what they're looking for, right? And I'm this is part of the case study, because anybody who comes after me, if they want this insight because they want to do a coin, you're gonna need to study yourself like this. You're going up against people who are designing or deploying coins to be quickly deleted, or like pump and dumps. So how do you divide yourself from those people to get others to identify that, hey, maybe I want to get into this because it's not like that? Just like Zen, right? A lot of people are in Zen because they know officially, like, yo, that is not like XYZ. So yeah, the memes over here suck. The meme names, buddy, monkey, hee, money over bitches. This is the worst one right here. God, they're taking these people on a ride. I don't know how they got such a high market cap. XN gonna be fire. Then I'll pick up some. XN is gonna be the tiger, getting in or getting a cheetah on the Nintendo Power Pad. What the fuck? Look at that. You have a solid idea, bro. I like what I'm hearing. Yo, we're cooking. I've been in crypto for too damn long. It's all just pie charts. That's why I'm mad that DXN didn't work. DXN does not work. It does not work because it's CTO. I'm glad that we've learned this term because that is the worst way to go. Someone needs to be a leader. I would say delete the whole CTO and just wear the badge of honor and say, yeah, I made this project and this is a GoFundMe. Like, if you like this idea, this is just a new way of GoFundMe. And if you want to fund this idea, you could throw a half a Solana at this bitch and hodl for the 6 months or whatever the fuck you want to do. 2 days, bitch. I don't give a fuck. And that's it, you know? But this is what I don't want to see. I don't want to see it turn into something like this. Let me see their website. Because this is what I mean. Like, you can get into a meme coin and they could hold you hostage for a couple days. Like, bait is not here to hold you hostage. Like, get the fuck out of it if you don't want to be in it. That's why I bought right after someone didn't want to be in it, because I like that type of shit. I'm going to inform everyone that, yo, get in when people are doing that. Damn, this shit doesn't even work. Oh, my God. Do I still have their Telegram? Hey, bye bot. We've got one buy. I was able to shill one buy. Some people don't want you to live it up. Oh, right here. Look, they still in a voice chat. See this right here? This is, oh, now it's 11 people. Oh, shit. Let me get up out of there. Hold up. Get up out of there. See, I've been studying these bitches. It's horrible out there, man. The streets is bad because it's the wrong people leading the meme coins. And by the time the right people start to run the meme coins, it's going to be given to the wrong people will be funding the right people. You know, it's just an ongoing game of like, can you ever find the culture? And in my opinion, this isn't the culture. Like, a lot of people were like asking me to like get the buy bot going and like doing advertisement. And I'm like, yo, 2017, you didn't have to do any of that shit to get a coin off the ground. You just needed people that believed in it and a solid leader. Like, that's the only reason Hex got to as big as it is, because it had a Richard Hart, right? Cardano had a Charles, blah, blah, blah. That's never going to go away. XEN has a Jack. But Mob Cult has a nobody. So they're playing music in the voice chat, hoping that that makes people feel good. They got a money cat, so hoping that makes people feel good. You know, and I don't know how they maintaining this. Somebody must be like, you know, it's a case study. You probably just want to go deeper into the rabbit hole of like, how are they holding up this market cap? Someone's obviously holding it up, you know. And that's no hate. Like, I'm not even trying to hate. I'm just saying, like, I see how all of this shit is moving, and yeah, it all sucks. Actually, let's see here. I want to see what is the token cap for this. I'm gonna be DCing into some bait on top of the bags. I already have. Godspeed, bruh. Let's fucking go, Samson. You're buying with we're buying together, brother. Oh yeah, so yeah, this was like a PUMPdotFUN coin. How did they get so much supply back though? Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I don't think this was a moonshot, because it would have moonshot here. Maybe it was PUMPdotFUN. But yeah, this why these coins are trash now. Because if you're not making a coin that's gonna auto burn so that there could be some coins gone off the market already. It's pretty down bad already. It's pretty already off. They've burned a few. So the action for burning is just built into all SPLs. That's why it's kind of funny. Like Solana is like exactly what Zen wishes it could be, but Zen was born on Ethereum, which could never be Solana. So Zen has to have the burn inside of it. You know, and it's not that ETH has a burn inside of it. It's that for all the coins, you know, it's like the smart contract has to have the burn in order to call a burn, or it just goes to a dead. But in Solana, all SPLs follow the same prerequisites. So essentially adding a burn is just adding a command inside of an action, like you know, the burn, you know, parameter or prerequisite action, pretty much. And that's cool, you know, because again, it's like that's what we've been looking for on token creation. That's why Moonshot on top of Solana makes a lot of sense, because there's so much SPL functionality that developers can take advantage of to save time in creation. Like nobody wants to always have to recreate something because that's how the system works. Like some people just want to call the prerequisite, you know what I'm saying? They just want to call that shit and it connects, and it less lines of code. So I mean, I you know what I'm saying? That's why I totally get it. But yeah, you'll see they haven't burned much of their coins either. And that's why, yo, I don't know how these things are working, but they're working the way they are. And I think bait is better than all of them. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a little bait. Get yourself a little bait. All right, and I'll be back in a few days. You know what I'm saying? Get you some bait coins. Get you some bait coins. But don't take the bait. Just get some bait. Don't take it, though. Just get a little bit. And visit the website, takethebait.xyz. I need to put that now in the chat. Bro, Zen Turbo says Zen unminted. Oh, I stopped following Zen Turbo. They haven't updated Zen Turbo since October of 2023. Oh, damn. Has this been running in the background the whole time? Well, I be damned. Give you this in turbo as fast as possible, please. Don't put us in the void. Let me check it out. Now it's time to get funky. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. But yeah, Zen Turbo is pop. There are no real users on Solana. 100,000. Cool. I'm over here. I'm looking. Yeah, Zen Turbo always takes mad time to open. There's so much shit it has to check off. Boring. Da-na-na-na. Hurry up, man. Shit. He ain't even updated nothing. But yeah, Zen Turbo's like it's not up to date. Everything here up here is running on the smart contracts. They're running data from smart contracts and APIs. But the bottom part is not updating new additional Zen. Damn, what happened? Let me close some more of these. Too much open. There we go. Free it up. God damn. I don't even think they're really supporting this. Yeah, you see, look at it. They haven't even updated their footer. Right here, like if you go to the crypto sell footer, it still says 2023. You can't believe this. But yeah, we're at the end of the wave. So this you can believe. Because this is the 1 year of EAA. There's no more EAA mints. So naturally people stop minting because you had to become a believer. So there is a lot of XEN that has been made. And it's out already. And there's a lot of XEN that can still be made. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Because, yeah, I like to use I don't know what I like to use. But yeah, don't use this, man. This shit is whack. They weren't built for this. Not at all. All right, man. This shit is freaking out. Look, gas is already going down. We don't want this. It was just at 26. Now it's at 19. Like, that's what we don't want. We want it to stay at 26, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and never go back to 19. That already makes me worried that we're going to get some discounts later on. Yeah, use XenPub. But yeah, man, make sure you go to takethebait.xyz if you want to take some bait. It's on Solana. OP.XEN is wrapped up. You can't make no more OP.XEN. Regular XEN got a lot of disbelievers. People don't want to see it win. You can't even make a meme coin in the name of XEN. So yeah, don't focus on anybody but yourself. Like that's the best thing about XEN. It's clear coin. It's designed for you to not have to change what you believe in, who you are, how you move, because it doesn't give a fuck about you. You know, it's moving with space and time. Like, it's got its own agenda. You what do we say? This is my world, you're just living in it. Well, it's actually the XEN world, and most of us are just living within it. So have you found XEN yet? If not, take the bait.xyz. Peace.
Astronaut.